Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and this morning, see, I've gotten back in. I'm now back doing my fasting again. I don't eat until 5 o'clock in the afternoon, which makes it tough on Fridays because my 11-year-old does not give up on the idea that I told him maybe we could change the rule where I take him to get breakfast on Friday mornings. He says that once the rule's made, you cannot change it ever, until he goes off to college, and even then he's probably going to expect me to get him breakfast. So I took him to breakfast, but it's rough when you're fasting because you have to smell the food, but you don't get to eat the food. That is where we are. I also got myself I bought a treadmill a long time ago on Amazon. They literally shipped it to my door in a tractor trailer back, this was 10 or 15 years ago. The thing finally burned out. And so I had to replace the treadmill, and we're doing some heavy duty walking on the treadmill. Right now, I'm watching the #1 show on the Apple TV while I walk. I'm watching, it's called Monarch. It's about monsters like Godzilla and stuff like that. Pretty good. It's their #1 show. I thought I'd try it out. Now, check this out. The guys at Black Swan Capital, I think they're brothers. These guys are smart, and they totally get it. And so does, what's her name? Lynette Zhang. She's the gold. She is real into the whole gold thing, just like me. But check this out. And while you're listening to this, remember, my sponsor is Miles Franklin Precious Metals, and the code is DAI Gold. You can email info@milesfranklin.com, or you can call 952-929-7006 to get the best pricing. Use code DAI Gold. Listen to this.
I've had some questions on, well, how do you know they're going to do that gold revaluation? Okay. Right? Well, it's very simple, really. When you have something that has no intrinsic value, it's used in one area and confidence is lost. You have to revalue that against something that is all intrinsic value because it is used in every single sector of the global economy. So it is not a random revaluation. This is confidence, right? You put it out. Over 5,000 years, this has worked as money and held your purchasing power intact. This lasts for a very short period of time. But when they do those revaluations, to your point, they have to take something that nobody trusts that has no real intrinsic value and do that revaluation against something that everybody trusts, because those people that are in power want you to continue to trust the system. And so they bring in real trusted money. And, we were talking about Zimbabwe. And what I find really interesting in Zimbabwe is about the fact that they came out, was it last year-ish, or a year and a half ago, something like that, with 1 ounce gold coin. Well, who can afford a 1 ounce gold coin in Zimbabwe but the upper class? Then, in trying to get that to the general public, they came out with a gold-backed digital CBDC, but you cannot convert it into the underlying physical gold. So
very good point.
Right? So, and I want people to be really conscious of that, because until it is fully convertible, it ain't done. It's just another tool to get you into the system, to trust those that are currently in power. Why are they in power? They have done such a horrendous job for the masses, but a fabulous job for the few.
I've never been more convinced, and I've said it many times on this channel, that governments created Bitcoin to herd you all away from gold. And I'm not saying that means that Bitcoin's not going to go up in price. I own about, I think I have about 1.5 Bitcoin in my iTrustCapital IRA, by the way, who is one of my sponsors. You can go to that link and get I think they give you $100 to open an account. That's in the description of this video too. But I'm not saying Bitcoin's not going to go up. But what I am saying is I believe that was the tool. I believe that's why they put the message about bailouts in the code. I believe they wanted it to look and feel like a libertarian movement so that they could send. And look, the fact that Homeland Security met with them is all you need to know. But everybody, all the Bitcoin maxis want to ignore that. We don't ignore the truth here. So the fact that happened, it lets you know point blank that the government is aligned at a minimum with this thing for a reason. There's a reason they're doing the ETF with Bitcoin first, okay? But you can't fool everybody. You can't fool, this guy seems to get it. Listen to what he says here.
I just wanted to ask the panel one last question. There was the great phrase that when Bitcoin tanks, don't sell in panic, let me get out first. I was wondering what the estimate of the panel in 5 years' time, what is going to be the price of Bitcoin? Reza, could I ask?
Well, I mean, it's going to be much, much higher than now because the next generation is going to accept it as a means of payment and store value.
You know what I think they're not saying is that it's going to be on the XRP ledger.
The challenge is whether we're able to create safety around those transactions.
In other words, the transactions are going to be made through the ledger.
Are we able to limit people that are nefarious from using it? And I think Ripple and others will solve for that. KYC, AML, OFAC. No one wants to pay Hamas money to go out and do their dirty deeds, and others in the region and beyond. So that's the big gateway for institutional adoption. Once that's solved, I think it's going to add a couple of zeros to the end of that and make some good money.
Sounds good.
I think Grok understands. Grok, of course, is X Platform's AI. Top 5 reasons. I typed this in. Top 5 reasons to own XRP. Real world utility with big banks and corporations. Many financial institutions and companies are partnering with Ripple to use XRP token for cross-border payments and international transactions. This real-world adoption gives XRP a strong use case and increases its potential value. 2, faster and cheaper. Greener than Bitcoin and Ethereum, XRP transactions are much faster and cheaper than those of Bitcoin and Ethereum. The XRP ledger is also more environmentally friendly as it doesn't rely on energy-intensive mining like Bitcoin and Ethereum. 3, legal clarity and not a security. XRP is the only, Grok understands, it's the only digital asset in the US with legal clarity, as it has been officially declared not a security by the SEC, not by the SEC, a court. This provides a level of assurance for investors and users of the token. 4, potential for central bank digital currencies. Ripple's working on creating private ledgers to address central bank digital currencies. As more countries explore the possibility of launching their own CBDCs, this could lead to increased adoption and use of the XRP token. Strong community. Number 5, in development, the XRP community known as the XRP Army is very active and dedicated to the token's success. Additionally, Ripple continues to invest in development of XRP Ledger and its ecosystem, ensuring that the technology remains competitive and innovative. Good 5 reasons. Just in BlackRock, $10 million Bitcoin purchase will happen today, according to Bloomberg analyst James Seifert. There was a little bit of controversy yesterday. Eleanor Terrett had gotten into it with Jimmy Valley a little bit. Jimmy was asking if they were going to look into the DAO, the ETHgate, DAO hack, Turns out Stephen Narioff and Eleanor Terrett, they're set to meet and discuss the DAO hack, ETHgate, and more. I won't hold back anything I know. I watched her cover Ripple, and she is a consummate professional. To her credit, she took me up on my recent offer to meet, which Digital Asset Investor helped initiate. I'm glad they're getting together. That's great. Okay. Next, whispers. Let's call them I'm doing my thumbnail here. Bitcoin whispers, right? You like that? Update whispers internal conversations at multiple Bitcoin ETF firm that we are a full go. Source barring a dramatic buzzer beater type of reversal, expecting approval no later than Monday. Additional source, could we get the call tomorrow? Possibly. Sounds more, he was saying this yesterday. Lots of buzzing this afternoon. Now I'm gonna I wanted to finish here. Yesterday, Brad Combs, who has put together XRP Las Vegas, which is in May, he announced that David Schwartz will be there. So far, he's got Perry-Ann Boring, David Schwartz, Eleanor Terrett, Chris Giancarlo, and many others. And then he's also got, they're also doing, this year they're doing something different. They're going to have booths. So you can actually, if you want your company to go and present there, you can have a booth at the conference. They didn't have booths last year. So for those of you that don't know, in the description of this video, I have a link to XRP Las Vegas. And if you're in my group at daixrp.com, you can, there's a $25 off link inside of that group if you want to get $25 off if you're in the group. And in the group, when we go to XRP Las Vegas, we're going to be telegraphing, myself and Brad Combs in his group, we're going to be letting people know like where we'll be. If we want to do like a meetup while we're there, we'll kind of be telling everybody, hey, we're going to be at such and such this afternoon, or that kind of thing. So that's only for people at daixrp.com and in Brad's group. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family that at daixrp.com today, you know what we're going to talk about? This is the big one. Is the island guy alive? Because I've got a video that sounds like he could be. And I'm going to show you that in the group. I'm also going to show you what's going on with censorship, because it's real. All right, here we go.